Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and another episode of Slam Sanctuary Customs. We are back with my E31 840Ci and today we'll be talking about air. So in our previous episode, and if you've not watched that, tap here, you can watch that, we talked about wheels and we went to see our good friend Ellie over at Voodoo Motorsport. We measured up some wheels, we looked at the wheels that our good friend Jazz has sourced, and those wheels have seen better days. But Ellie has promised me that by the time he has finished with those wheels, they will be amazing. So he's getting on with that. Now we have to get on with the air. Now, Airlift do not supply an off-the-shelf air ride kit for the E31 series. So we're gonna have to do our own magic and work out which BMW kits we can use on our E31. So it might be a mix of E30, E46, E36, I don't know. I'll leave that to the engineers to work out. The controller, we know where the Airlift controller is going to be housed, and we've got a very clever location for that. And the boot, let me just show you the boot. So this thing has a humongous boot, and look at the size of that. And we are going to house all the Airlift equipment where the spare wheel sits. So the compressor, air tanks, and the manifold, all of these will be housed underneath the original boot floor, which will give me a lot of space for a high-end audio upgrade. So yes, keep watching guys. I'm gonna leave the car here now. By the time I get out the workshop, the car will be in the air on the ramp, and the engineers will start stripping it down, and we'll catch up with them in a day or two once they worked out which Airlift struts, bags, and so on they will be using.
Right guys, 8 series, we're starting to bag it. First step, getting the wiring in, which we've done. As you can see, here's my loom here. So that's everything I need to power up the Airlift system. So I've got the compressor wires and the manifold loom already. I'm just going across here because it's quite padded, the floor that goes back on. So we're gonna have it all quite stealth. I'm gonna put the compressor, manifold and tanks in there. So when you open the boot, it all looks OE. We'll do something fancy with maybe the controller later, so it's just not dangling around. We might do a mount for it.
Have you done one of these before, Joe?
No.
No, so...
It's a car.
It's a car.
So I'm just going to literally trim that down to size because that fits in there. Gives our bezel and everything. Just going to go in there. Hopefully that'll work out. I just need to check how much clearance I've got. What's that? My ear. For us, yeah. Pulled out the front struts, we've taken out the spring and shock, so we're left with the suspension leg of the 8 series. At the moment I am looking at the BMW E30 front kit, essentially to fit onto the front leg on this. So what we're actually going to be doing is cutting the strut leg about here, and we're going to be sleeving over this cup, which is basically this, over, and this gets welded on to the hub, which then gives us a threaded body to thread a shock into it with the airbag on top, and that will be a complete unit for the front air setup on the 8 series. Once that's done, we'll get some brackets mounted onto there for the anti-roll bar link and sensor wires and so on and so forth. And then there'll be a moment of testing it and actually physically getting the strut up into the car and see how it looks.
Right guys, just a sort of midway update. We are now at the end of Jan. We've got 6 and a bit weeks to Ultimate Dubs. Right from the outset, I said we need to get this 840 finished and ready before Ultimate Dubs. That's airlift and wheels. Now the wheels, we've already selected the wheels. We know what's going on there. However, I know Ellie over at Voodoo Motorsport, he is super busy. Fingers crossed he can get the wheels finished, ready, built up by UD. Are we stressed? Yes. Am I stressed? Super stressed. Because it's not just this project. There are 2 other projects that we're trying to get over the line before Ultimate Dubs. And the workshop are super busy as well. And I know they are stressed too. Everyone's stressed at the moment. I have faith in the team. I have faith in Ellie. We're going to get this car to Ultimate Dubs, but it might be going down to the wire. So let's get back into the workshop and show you what Jay's up to.
Right guys, we've had the struts now cut and welded up, what we've done before. So this is the new collar we've actually welded on. We've had to flare the bottom, sleeve it over, weld it round. I've also cut off the original brackets here and there from the original struts and had them welded on, so all the anti-roll bars, all the sensor wires and everything can clip back in its original location. The next step now is I'm going to give them a clean up, paint them up so everything looks nice and fresh. This is the trim panel, what you saw earlier, and obviously you can see the cut marks and everything I've done on the original ashtray. So this will now, I'll show you, slip into place here, and that's our controller mount done. So what I'll do, I'll glue this all together, assemble it to the center console bit, I'll fit it in the car, then I'll let you see what the finished article will look like. It's a bit bad. Ready? Oh sh!
So guys, 840Ci update. Is the car finished? No. The front suspension is not in place. In fact, neither is the rear suspension. We are now 5.5 weeks away from Ultimate Dubs. I think this is going to go down to the wire. So let's grab Jay and find out what's happened, why everything is delayed, and the reasons why it's not done. I'm having to pull him away from a customer's car. Dude, what's going on?
Right, so we've got this customer's E36 in with a full 3H install with a custom build. Sorry, but customer's car's priority.
Yeah. Paying customer.
Paying customer. And then anything I've got time on, then we'll go on to that. But
all right, look, show me where we're at. I can see the suspension over there. Show me where we're at.
What we have done, you've probably got a few snapshots earlier. This is actually what we've chopped off the original leg, and this is what we've had put on. And we've also cut off the original brackets of the original struts and remounted them onto the new leg. And then our air strut sort of just winds in, which will give us the adjustability of the height. and the length of the shock. So that's basically more or less complete to go on the car.
Okay, so there is some positive
Yeah.
news here, guys. The fronts are done. First and foremost, I've got to thank Dave Phillipson from Overkill Performance because he knocked it out of the bag. So we sent him
The hubs and the legs and that, and he flared it all for us and made it fit.
He did that quick time and a fantastic job. Obviously, we've then had to just put it all together.
Paint it and put a few brackets on yet.
I know there's been some issues with parts, so we need...
So we're waiting for some OE parts to arrive for the 8 Series. That's another holdback as well. So the tracking adjustment and the outer track arms, basically, they're seized on the car. They are rotten. I've soaked them, tried to get them loose, bit of heat as well, but they are rotten.
Probably best now to replace them.
Also on the upside, let me grab a bag, 1 second.
Oh, some more positive news. Jay, you're full of positive news today, I've got to say.
The rear brackets as well. This is only one side, just a mock-up. So this actually locates up the top, locates at the bottom, nice snug fit, fixed properly, airline fitting, all clear. So we don't have to cut up anything on the rear end of the 8 Series.
Excellent.
So long as that works, I've made these turrets a bit longer, so if I need to cut them down a bit, if that works, then I'll copy that to the other side, then it'll be a matter of bolting it up.
Right guys, there you have it, a sort of halfway project update. Jay, where are you? Thanks. Got to thank Jay for everything he's done because I know he has been under the cosh. So if the front parts arrive within the next few days, then we can get the struts in. And the back, according to Jay, should be a lot easier. The boot build, we've actually already started on. So this could potentially be on the floor within a week or two. Fingers crossed. Then it's going to be a matter of waiting for the wheels. So I'm going to get on the phone to Ellie and see where he is with the wheels. So guys, yeah, thanks for watching. Any questions you have, drop them down below or just email us and obviously we'll do our best to answer them. There'll be another episode dropping on our channel soon. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way you'll know when that episode drops. I'll see you again soon.